Hey, Mettle, here, here, down.
Well, this is
Here,
Tig
down,
walking
down,
into the
Tig.
arena, and she just kind of takes off on me here, and I didn't do anything to stop her. And there's a reason for this. We're really practicing not giving a lot of commands. We want these dogs kind of just practice their balancing. Tig is an 8-month-old puppy, and she hasn't had a lot of experience. Mettle is an experienced dog, and you'll notice that Tig is going to the head of the cattle here quite a bit, where Mettle is just balancing because she's been trained to balance on the other side of the cattle. But pretty soon, Tig, because she watches Mettle, and also because I'm placing my body in a position where she has to be on the other side of the cattle, she starts to balance with Mettle. You'll see her there. She's kind of taking Mettle's lead and going to the other side of the cows, and a little rambunctious too for a little 8-month-old puppy. She'll get in there and bite and mix it up. And about the only command that I work on here is the get a hold command, and it's actually more natural for me to just say get him. Another thing that I've been doing with my commands, when I do give commands, I've been really concentrating on doing them in a low, calm voice. If I get excited with any of the commands, like if I tell the dogs to get out, or maybe shout get out because it didn't do it the first time, and the dog just happens to be running in, getting ready to bite, pretty soon it's going to learn that get out means get a hold. And this kind of happened to my dog Dart, so I'm kind of trying to dial him back a little bit now. Dart has really improved a lot with just this balance training. I'm standing in the corner, and all I'm using is the paddle. You can see I walk past the herd, stop both my dogs, and then I'm going to walk back now. In order to balance, they have to get behind cows. Look at how, that's a tough little puppy there. She really is. And she's getting much better about, she wants to come out with me there, but I walk over so that she has to be on the other side. And again, she wants to go to the head, which is a good thing. But when we're trying to get her to learn to balance, we want her to be on the other side of the cattle. So there, if I want Mettle to go counterclockwise, then I walk counterclockwise. That'll cause her to have to go to the other side of the cattle in order to stay balanced with me. And Tig's kind of getting used to this. Before the end of the day, we put her out on cattle all by herself, and she did surprisingly well. Most of this, or a lot of this anyway, is me learning how to get the dogs to move left and move right with no verbal commands, or very few. About the only thing that I will do is if Tig was to go in the wrong direction, is I'll give her a growl at her, and that means no, that's the wrong way, and she'll usually turn around and change course. So occasionally the cows get split up here. There's 2 dogs working them, but they always bring them back into a cluster, and do a nice job towards the end here. There you see how Tig went around behind the cows there for a moment, and she came back on my side. Now when the cows turn, she wants to go to the head of the cows, and cows are getting to where they want to come to me for safety, but there she's going to balance. Mettle stays a little further out, which is really nice. And there Tig gets around, goes on the other side of the cattle, and she does it when they're up against the fence too. Takes some guts to do that. And I think she's going to be one tough little dog. There she's going to balance now, and you can see that. So she's improving on this idea of being balanced. And occasionally, if she starts going the wrong direction, as I say, I'll growl, but sometimes I'll just use the rattle paddle and give it a little shake. Also because Mettle has been a little bit weak on the head. If she gets an opportunity to get a hold, I'll tell her to get him. And she's getting much better at that now. She's getting to where she doesn't shy away quite so readily. And let's see here what we're going to do now. I don't know if we call these dogs off right at this time or not. I think I do. And yeah, I have call them both off. And go over and put the leashes on them. They're ready to quit because they've had a good run. And this is a long time to go for a little puppy. And she's going to go out another time or two here. She went out with sheep after this, and then we went out and did her solo on cattle. And Tiggy is real good. She has nice square flanks going around to the left, going around to the right, going counterclockwise. She gets in a little bit close, and when she gets close, she speeds up and wants to bite. And if I can't get her to, peel out and get farther out, and she does get a bite, I'll tell her to get him. And besides that, and lay down and the growl, and using the paddle, for the body language and my own positioning. It's about all I'm doing to move the stock around. And I was even able to get Tig to pen some sheep for me here a little earlier, just not really using any commands at all. So it's a really good learning day for her, and a good one for me too.